Hey there, welcome or welcome back to my channel and to today's video where I'm doing two different eye looks with the Wolf Moon palette from Ensley Reign and another item from the collection. This was given to me by a subscriber, and because it's pretty new on the market, I thought I'd do a video with it as soon as I could. But I'm doing two different eye looks, and if you want to see how I did them, what I used, and just chat a little bit, play with eyeshadow, then stick around. I want to start off with my lips because they're feeling a little bit dry, and generally when I do my eye look first and then I match my lips, it's all fine. But if I start with my lips, by the time the eye look's done, I feel like they're always clashing. However, today I'm going to do something that's pretty neutral, and I can't imagine I'll get it wrong. Famous last words. But let me tell you, I received the Wolf Moon and the Snow Moon collections, like the PR collections, with the exception of the 3 single shades. They weren't from Ensley Reign. I got them as a gift from a subscriber, which was so incredibly generous, and I'm really excited about them. I'm going to start today with the Wolf Moon collection, and I'll be doing 2 different looks. But the point is, the glosses from the collections were so similar. I have swatched this and used it once, but the other gloss, I'll be including that in a giveaway. So this is the one I'm using. Pretty sure it's Snow Moon, but I'm not completely sure. But I'm going to be lining and filling in my lips with this Italia Deluxe lip liner in the shade 1064 Hazelnut. And then I'll put the lip gloss on top. I think that this gloss, like the color, really shows up when it's on top of some sort of foundational color because it looks clear, but it's not. It's definitely got some pink in it. It's pretty. It's not my total favorite. It's a little bit sticky and gooey. It's not my absolute favorite, but it is pretty. It's very sparkly in the tube, but then I think the sparkles are so incredibly fine that they don't show up like glittery on the lips. It's just a little bit sparkly. It is pretty though. Let's play with eyeshadow. Let's play with eyeshadow. Here is the Wolf Moon palette from Ensley Reign, and it's just lovely. It's lovely. I'm not sure what I want to do. I kind of want to play in here, I think. These multi-chromes are sneaky. I'm not sure what colors they are, honestly. I do wish that this palette had a tiny bit more variety in the mattes, specifically these two. These are very close. All of these mattes, with the exception of this one, remind me of what I've got in my Cold Moon palette. I think Ensley Reign needs to get a little bit more imaginative with their mattes. They seem to do great with warm tones, but the cool tone mattes all seem to lean quite gray mauve, and I would like to see some cool tone blues, greens, oranges, reds, just more cool tone versions of the warm colors that they do. But this is so pretty. And today I want to do 2 different looks. I'd love to do 2 separate videos, but I just want to get this video up and out. And I also have the Snow Moon palette that I want to play with as well. So I'm going to do 1 look on each eye. Not going to talk a lot so that this video doesn't take forever. And let's get going because I'm excited. I'm going to start with Stealthy. I haven't primed my eyes yet. I will be starting with Stealthy after I prime my eyes. This is the Glam Light Icing Primer in white frosting. Everything I use is linked in the description box. This weather is making my hair so frizzy. Whenever it's down, it's just like Static City. It's not the behavior my hair gives me when it's humid outside, where my hair will start doing little curls. No, it's just static. It's so, I guess it's dry inside my house, and when I leave my hair down, it goes everywhere. There's no controlling it. I'm gonna take the shade Stealthy again and put it through my whole crease. A little bit lighter towards the inner corner. It's a beautiful movie sort of color. I forgot to take the thing off the mirror. Okay, that's super pretty. I will deepen a little bit with Wolf Den. These mattes are so beautiful. They're very buttery, very satiny. Because that's done. Like that's so good. Also, I love this color. I love this soft purple hue to it. It's really pretty. Now I'm gonna grab, what shimmer should I play with? I don't know. I really want to play with this Moonlit Prowl shade. It's the one that caught my eye today, so I'll pick it up. Oh wait, that's like blue silver. Didn't see that coming. It looks purpley in the pan. It looks purpley silver in the pan. What about Winter Howl? Blue, green, purple. What about Nightfall? That's purple. I'm gonna stick with my original plan of Moonlit Prowl. Gorgeous. By the way, it's really easy to way overdo these shimmers. You just need to do like one swipe and you've got enough for your entire lid space. I often find with this kind of formula, who else? I just tried something from Give Me Glow that had a similar formula and I went in way too heavily and I ended up getting a bunch of fallout. Now I'll take Arctic Wolf and just tap that in the center here. Stealthy again on the lower lash line. And I'm going to go matte at the inner corner with the shade Howling Wind. It's not quite as light as I would prefer for the inner corner, but it definitely works. Yeah, it definitely works. I love a matte inner corner. I find that a shimmer inner corner is really striking, but a matte inner corner is really flattering, and it seems to just melt into the skin around it, and it makes the whole eye look feel a bit more complete. Again, not as striking, but I love a matte inner corner. Okay, let's do something on the other side because this is done. So easy, so fast, so beautiful. Let's switch things up a bit. I'm gonna take Wild Rose and lay this through my whole crease. Maybe I'll do a halo eye. Should I do a halo eye? It's been a little while. With a halo eye, I don't usually start with the entire crease filled. I usually do inner and outer, but here we are, and that's okay. Well, that was effortless. Now I'll take a smaller brush and go back into Wolf Den. I want to deepen a little bit at the, I guess I will do a halo eye, so I'll deepen at the outer and inner corners. Wolf Den is looking kind of purple over here. More purple than it looked on the other side. I don't know. I did swatch this, but I don't remember if this is a true purple or a dark brown shade. My crease gets kind of deep right here, and I often have trouble getting the shadow like actually on all of the skin of the crease. It must be something to do with age. Like if I pull my lid space back, then I could do it, but since I don't have a table in front of me, I'm holding my mirror with one hand, that's a little tricky to do. But if you ever see some patchiness or gappy space right here, specifically on my left eye, it's probably not to do with the shadows. It's most likely that I just wasn't able to get my brush to touch every bit of the skin there, because that's been the case lately. Sometimes it looks a little patchy and I realize, no, it's not patchy on the other side. It's not the shadows. I just need to use a smaller brush and really like work it around because that fold is deepening. And Wolf Den as well, right here. The two shimmers that I swatched over here are Majestic Moon and Alpha Moon. They're all so pretty. And Winter Howl. I think Majestic Moon would be a great contrast point for this halo eye, but I also think it's quite similar to what's happening over here, and just for the purposes of creating two looks that are very different, I'm not going to do something quite that cool silvery. Alpha Moon is beautiful, and it's got the pink in it. This one is Winter Howl, and this is the marbled shade in the palette, so I literally see blue, purple, pink in there. And I think that it's tying in over here as well to a little bit of the blue shades. So I'm going to go with Alpha Moon and pop that in the center. I think this is looking really lovely. I want a tiny bit more contrast over here. So now I will dip into Majestic Moon and just tap it right on top, just to brighten up the center space. I mean, it is a halo, right? A halo eye or a spotlight eye. So there's a spotlight in the very center, on the curve of the eyeball, basically. That way, no matter which direction you look, I told you, the light is gonna catch the very apex, the curve of the eye. Now, for the lower lash line, I'll grab some more Wild Rose. Well, actually, yeah, I'll grab some more Wild Rose. Just a smidge of Wolf Den out here. And in here. With quite a soft, loose, and in this case, crescent-shaped brush, I'm picking up Howling Wind, which is the lightest matte in the palette, and I'm just buffing very, very lightly along the bottom edge of those shades, just to soften everything so it's not too intense. And then I think for an inner corner highlight, I think I will do a highlight. Well, hang on, hold that thought. I was expecting to wash off one of these looks and after the video and reapply to match the other side. But I don't even care. I'm not going anywhere. It does not matter. It does not matter. So to make them match a little bit-ish, I'm gonna pick up Howling Wind again and put that here as an inner corner highlight. And then I'll have at least a matching inner corner, so it won't be too different. That way, you know, if Amazon comes to my door or something, I don't frighten the delivery man. Have you guys ever seen those videos? Usually a reel on Instagram, like the, you know, the makeup eyeshadow stuff, where somebody has like, you know, chest to head, like headdress, crazy wild makeup, like they've been doing their makeup for 8 hours for some incredible editorial, eye-catching, it's gonna get 2 million likes kind of look, and then they get interrupted. Like there's that sound of a doorbell in the background and they're like, I mean, maybe they look like a lion or a sea creature or an alien, and they've got a headdress and the makeup and the jewelry, and they just look completely terrifying. And they get interrupted by some mundane activity like answering the door because there's a delivery. It's so funny. I mean, I'm sure it does happen now and then. I know that these reels are created for the views, but I mean, it can't not be the case, right? Like now and then you're gonna get interrupted and you're gonna have to break out of your little creative reverie and go do something ordinary and possibly encounter another human being looking as you are. I mean, I've had a few instances where I'm in the middle of an eye look and I answer the door with half of my eyes done, you know, and it's just, it's amusing. Anyway, these are the two looks. I'm gonna choose something for my waterline and go off camera. Be right back to close out today's video. Here we go, all said and done. I'll tell you what I did to finish off. I did end up putting a little bit of winged liner on this side, actually inner, outer, and the full upper lash line, because I wanted to, again, make the looks a little bit more different. I felt like the mattes were looking kind of similar and the biggest difference was the shimmers. So I added in winged eyeliner to accentuate that cat eye shape. Also, I love it. I especially love this. I love the inner corner flick. I just think it's so pretty. On this eye, I did a light blue in my waterline. This is from ColourPop. I think it's Big Splash. Yes, it's the shade Big Splash. And then on this side, I didn't do any winged eyeliner. I just left it as it is. I added mascara to both sides. This side has black in the waterline. For my face, I tried 2 other products which are brand new to me, given to me by the same subscriber who gave me 4 Ensley Reign palettes, including 2 almost full collections. Still super grateful, so grateful. But we've got the Kaleidos blush in the shade Sanguine. I was struck by how friggin' pretty this looked when I opened it, and I really like it. I think it's a really, really pretty blush color. I put on too much. The last couple times I've worn blush, I really wanted to make it evident that I was wearing blush, and I put on, I think, still less than everybody I watch, but more than I'm used to. And it just feels so visible. I should have put a little less, but I didn't know how pigmented it was either. And this is quite, it's quite pigmented. I just tapped in once, and that's what I got for both cheeks. Like one tap, and I put half here, and then I put half here, and I had to blend it out. But beautiful, beautiful color. It's a sort of rosy color that could lean cool or could lean warm depending on what you put it with. And I found that when I laid it on my own skin, it ended up pulling a tiny bit more orange than wine. So I'll keep that in mind, but blend it out. I think it works with a cool toned look. And for my highlighter, I'm using the Space Age Star Surfer highlighter from Kaleidos. The subscriber who gave me all of this stuff, she gave me 2 of these. I'm going to include one in a giveaway, and this one I'm keeping. I decided that this is going to replace my BH Cosmetics Froze palette, which is 6 highlighters, but they're all basically this. I mean, some of them lean a little more pink, and then one leans a little bit more silvery champagne, but on the whole, you get this effect from that palette, and this formula is a little finer. The BH Froze palette is a little bit more glittery, like larger particles, I guess, of texture, and this is finer, which I prefer. So I decided to, use this to replace Froze. But there you go. That's everything. That's my video. 2 looks with the Wolf Moon palette from Ensley Reign. I think it's beautiful. I think the palette's gorgeous. Despite the fact that I wish there were a little bit more variety in the shimmers, like I said in the beginning of today's video, you're still going to get beautiful looks no matter what you do. And it is a very safe palette in that way. It's not a challenging color story. Whatever you do, whatever mattes you choose, whatever shimmers you choose, whatever combination across the entire palette, it's gonna work, it's gonna be striking, it's gonna be gorgeous. So you can get something different if you choose technique, halo over outer corner, depth over a full smoky eye, because there is a dark matte and a dark shimmer in the palette. You could just go really dark if you wanted to. There's some variety in that, and on the whole, it's just a beautiful palette. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you think about the palette. Let me know which eye look you prefer. Do you like the first one or do you prefer the second one? I, of course, enjoyed chatting with you all the time. I hope that you'll consider liking and subscribing if this content is something which you enjoy and you want to see more. I will be doing another video with 2 looks, 1 palette using the Snow Moon collection from Ensley Reign, probably the next time I do my eyeshadow, so you guys can expect to see that soon. I just want to play with the new things, especially when they're relevant, because this is a new release for the brand. So if you're online looking for videos for that palette or that collection, then maybe I can help you out. Anyway, I thank you so much for being here. Thank you for clicking on my thumbnail and giving me a little piece of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.